Hey guys, so today you guys are going to see training videos from different days because it's all over the place. So today I'm going to be doing hip thrusts and I'm going to record that and show you guys because my hip thrusts are looking so freaking good and so strong. So I'll record that and then you guys are going to see some videos from last week as well. So yeah, it's a little bit all over the place, but I hope you guys like it. So I'm currently hip thrusting twice a week, and I am doing one with the regular barbell and then the other one with the machine. I love the place that I got, guys. This is definitely it's something you should invest in if you are somebody who hip thrusts multiple times a week. You need this because setting up for hip thrusts, if you don't have these, it's a pain in the butt. So the more that I've ever hip thrust was he was like 240 something. I can't remember exactly, but it was in the 240s and I was 144 pounds at the time. So I am 124 pounds right now. So that tells you how strong I am right now. I'm so happy about how strong I am. Like I can't, sometimes every week I'm like, that was strong last week. So I'm definitely not going to be as strong this week. And I shock myself every single time. And I'm so happy about that. I honestly really thank my coach for this because he explained the way that he wants me to train in such a way that it kind of rewired the way that I think about my training now. And it's crazy because it's really not that different. It's just the way he explained it to me really rewired the way that I train. Pretty much all he said was, I want you, so right now he only has me doing 1 or 2 working sets. And when he said that to me, my mind was like, what? 1 or 2 working sets? I'm used to doing 3 to 4. And he's like, yeah, just want you to do 1 or 2 working sets and you're gonna be hitting failure on those 2 working sets. And if you felt like you pushed yourself enough on the first one, you don't have to even do the second one. And I was like, what? And just that way of explaining it to me really rewired my thinking because I said to myself, well, if it's only gonna be 1 or 2, I'm going to be pushing myself on those first, the 1 or 2, sorry, someone is texting me. I'm gonna be pushing myself on those 2 working sets and I'm gonna be giving it my all. Not that I wasn't in the past, but just because I had like 3 more sets to go, I feel like I wasn't pushing myself as hard as I could because I still had 3 more sets left. So now, because I don't, I'm really pushing myself really hard from the start. And I feel like that has led me to see such crazy improvements in my strength. I also realized that I wasn't warming up enough before. So now, because I have just those 2 working sets, I'm really taking my time warming up the muscles, and that has led me to also be able to be stronger in my lifts. So I appreciate my coach for that. This is why it's so important to just work with different people, because sometimes just the way that they explain things may really just help you out in so many different ways. All right, so we're off to my last working set. That one was hard enough, so I'm gonna keep the same weight. It's always that initial pull, like that first lift off of the hip thrust, that feels super intense. Once you feel all that weight on your body, I feel like that's the hardest part. But once I get it up, then I'm good. And then you know it's hard enough when you can barely like extend your hips. So let's do this. I'm not sure how many reps I'm gonna get on this one, but I'm just hoping for the best to do as many as I can. Hit again. Huh. I have a bad habit of, I'm gonna yell because I don't know if you guys can hear me, but I have a bad habit of thinking about the worst videos that I've ever seen on the internet before I'm gonna do a lift. So like the other day, I was on TikTok and I saw this girl posted that she like broke her hips and her spine doing hip thrusts, and like she can't walk now. That's not funny, but I'm saying like that's what I'm freaking thinking about. Right when I'm loading myself up, like that's not good. Yeah. How crazy is that? Who does that? And then I'm like, I got it. But yeah, like that first initial thing, all I kept thinking about was that girl that freaking broke her spine. Terrible. I've been seeing this at the grocery store for quite some time, and I always look at it and then I never get it. So it has great macros. I'm going to just give it a try right now and see what it tastes like. So this is what one serving looks like. It's actually a good amount of chocolate, so I'm excited for that. It looks bomb, so let's see. Looking a mess, guys, but whatever. Looking a mess, guys, because I just finished my workout and I do the other half of the workout at Planet Fitness. So I just got back home and I ate my meal, so I'm having the treat, and I will rate it a 6.5 or 7. It's not, I feel like if you're looking for a sweet treat, it's not sweet enough for me. There's another brand that I like, so I wanted to just try this one and see what's up, but it's not as sweet as I would want it to be. So 6.5 or 7. So I'm out here walking Tito. He's a little freak. He's right now pulling a bunch, but I don't have any cardio right now. All I have is a goal of 10,000 steps a day, and not even like, he's fine if I just do 8,000. As long as I'm in that range, he's good. But I am actually going to request, I'm going to ask if I could do some cardio. Not a lot, just like 20 minutes or 15 minutes a week or something like that, because I enjoy doing some cardio. Oh, come on, Tito. Hold on. So like I mentioned at the moment, sorry about that, that was a lot, but like I mentioned, I am not doing any cardio right now, but I'm going to request some cardio. So I'm going to ask him if I could do 15 or 20 minutes of cardio a week. We'll see. I just want to do some. It feels good for me to do some, and I just want to keep my heart healthy for heart, cardiovascular health reasons. So I'm going to request for some cardio. I know, crazy, but nothing too intense. I'm not gonna lie, I'm a little afraid about this because hack squats are hard. And I just bumped it up 20 pounds, so we'll see what it goes.
Push. Push. Nice.
Shit. So now we are focusing on the quads, and we are doing a quad focused leg press. So I love anything that gives me a quad pump or any exercise where my quads are targeted. When I started lifting, I used to pretty much just train quads all the time. So my quads are pretty strong, and I just love a good quad pump. So I enjoy this movement a lot. If it doesn't scare you a little bit, you're not going heavy enough. Coach, if you're watching this, sorry about the shoes. How did you get them? But they're really kind of flat. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
Are you doing a hard stop at 6?
Depends how it feels. So I usually do these barefoot, but the floor was too cold, so I had to keep my shoes on. But my coach wants me to get some flat shoes, so I'll get those because definitely I need them when it's too cold and I don't want to train barefoot. I think I actually had 10, but it was gonna be like, I think too much. I don't wanna hurt my back, but that's 175. That's a PR for me. I was doing, the max I did, I think was like 155 when I was 144. Like what? I am like 20 something pounds higher than that. I don't know exactly, but that's a lot. Today I was lucky enough to be able to work out with Sean. We don't always get to work out together, but I love it when we do. So this was his top set here. So I am now going to do the rest of the workout here at Planet Fitness. I will try to record the whole thing for you guys, but I apologize if I don't. Sometimes it's too busy and I can't get a good angle or something, but I'll try my best. So this was the first exercise I did. I apologize for cropping my face off, but this is what we got. So we did adductions. I love adductions. I feel like it's an underrated exercise that is so good for overall leg development. I don't know if you saw that on the first rep there, but I always help myself and push my legs for the first rep, but I don't really count that rep. And then the rest, I am able to do them on my own. But always that first one, just the initial rep, I always have to push my legs together to start. But this was hard as fuck. This one I completely cropped off my face, but I am doing calf raises. Can you guys believe that? I am training my calves. I'm so happy about that because if I were to be programming my own program right now, there will not be calf raises, and I'm happy about it because I need the calves. I have no calves. And am I the only one who feels like they need to pee every single time they do calf raises? Because it does trigger me. I don't know why. So this is the last exercise I recorded this day. I also did curls, but I didn't get to record those. This exercise is another one that humbles me. Even though this was a PR, I got 10 reps today. We'll see what we do next week. The cable on its own is just so heavy for me, but we're doing it. He actually programmed cable lateral raises for this program, but I cannot even lift the cable on its own with the lightest weight, so we're sticking with dumbbells for that one. Here's a nice close-up of my face, but there's nothing that I hate the most in having to come to the grocery store when I wasn't expecting to come to the grocery store. I was gonna eat beef, and of course we ran out of it, so I had to run here and get some beef and yogurt actually. So we are getting that. Got the yogurts, and now I'm gonna go get some beef. So here's a couple clips from leg day 3. So I'm doing hip thrusts again, and I'm using the machine this time. So I'm actually not the biggest fan of this machine just because the platform, it's slanted, and I feel like it's just not ideal. So you can see that my heels are off the platform. I feel like it's also not as wide as I would want it to be, but it works, and I just use it once a week. And here we are doing 300 pounds. I can usually do more weight on the hip thrust machine just because the resistance is guided, so it makes it much easier to do. And this is a movement that humbles me completely. As you can see, I have 15 pounds on each side in this machine. And I know that the machine's like 120, but still, this is still like a movement that humbles me. It feels so freaking heavy, but it feels amazing. I just love the way it feels. I literally, as I'm doing it, I'm just thinking about my tie-ins because that's where I feel it. And I get a nice little glute pump as well. So I love this movement, but it definitely humbles the crap out of me. And I know that this video is a little bit all over the place, but I posted a picture of my living room the other day and so many of you complimented it. And Sarah, if you're watching, you asked if I could decorate your home, which I take it as a big compliment. But I wanted to show you guys my living room right now. There's still a lot that I want to do with it, and some adjustments, like that ottoman needs to change. But for now, this is what it's looking like, and I'm really happy with the way it's looking. It has all the colors that I love all in one place, and I'm really happy with it. This is my favorite place to be, and I'm so happy with all of the changes that I have incorporated into my home. I feel like it feels so much more like me now. This video ended up being way too long, so I will be doing the Q&A on the next video. And that's it. Now I get to enjoy my cup of tea here and relax.